Hi guys, welcome back to class 10. In this class, we are going and focusing more on speech. So welcome to a brief introduction to speech. So first, as usual, I started off my class by asking some questions. So what do you think makes a good speech? And do you think speech is harder or is debate harder? There is no correct answer to any of these questions, because, well, the first one is opinionated, and for the second one, many people have different opinions on whether speech is harder or debate is harder. Lots of people think debate's harder because you have to go against someone and actively respond to people's arguments, but that doesn't actually mean that it's harder, because speech requires a lot of delivery skills that's hard to perfect. So first, talking about some key aspects to a good speech delivery. The most important thing in a good speech is to have good eye contact. It is very important to maintain good eye contact with not only the judge, but also the audience. A tip that I like to use is to pretend you're looking at the back of the room, but also make sure that you're looking back at the judges and also looking around the room and stuff, so you're not just fixating on someone's eyes. Next, it's also important to have good voice inflection. This means that you're speaking towards the back of the room, your voice is loud and it is clear, but you're not screaming at the audience. It's also important to have good vocal variety, which means that sometimes your tone is going up or down, or it's neutral, or sometimes you sound sad or mad, angry, happy, excited. It's these different emotions that you're trying to convey using your voice. And number 4, it's important to have good body language. This means all of your hand gestures are purposeful. You have an intention to them and you're not just fidgeting with your hair or your fingers. So you're using these gestures effectively. And number 5, last but not least, it is very important to have confidence. Even if you're on that stage and you don't feel confident, it's better to just fake it till you make it, or just act like you're confident rather than pretending that you're not. One thing that will help you get ready to have good vocal inflection and also vocal variety is to practice tongue twisters before a tournament or before delivering a speech. Tongue twisters are a good way to get your speech voice exercised. It's just like warming up for a sports game or warming up for a swim. Tongue twisters are like the warm-up for speech. So I had my students try some of these tongue twisters and repeat them 3 times fast. You can do them on your own.
Betty bought a bit of Bob bought Betty bought butter. New York.
Next, I did a game with my students. The rules were each person will create a story on the spot from looking at a given 3 images that I've chosen for them. They must spend at least 30 seconds per image. And then at the end, everyone will vote for who they think had the best story. So the point of this game was to basically exercise their improvisation skills, because it's very important for things like impromptu and spar to be able to make up something on the spot and not read off of a script, because that means that you're not just looking at the piece of paper and you're actually engaging with the audience and you're not just reading something, because anyone can read but not everyone can improv. So let's get this game started. My students did this, but you can also try this on your own, so I'll be showing the images on the next slides. Feel free to pause the video whenever you would like, as each image should take 30 seconds. Finally, to wrap up the class, I created a booklet of a final review of Parley debate, because we're shifting our focus away from Parley and towards speech. And I want all my students to remember all of the things in Parley so that they can compete with it in the future and also just have that knowledge. So I did a booklet. The link will be down below in the description if you guys want to try the booklet too. Bye.